Begin. We're going to start in child's pose. So big toes together, knees wide, forehead down. Just stretch your arms out in front. Take a few deep breaths here. Checking in with your body, noticing how it feels today at the beginning of your practice. Because every time you step onto that mat, it's going to feel a little different. Start to connect with your breath here, finding your ujjayi breath, breathing in and out through the nose, slightly constricting the back of the throat so you can hear the sound of your breath. Make your inhales and exhales even longer. Walk your hands to the right side of the mat, placing the left hand on top of the right, creating a little stretch there through the left side of the body. And walk it to the left side, right hand on top of the left. Now bring it to center to a tabletop position to your hands and knees. Inhale, drop the belly, arch your back and gaze up, cow pose. Exhale, tuck your chin in, round your back for cat. Inhale as you arch, warming up the spine. Exhale as you round. One more time like that. Inhale to arch. Exhale, round. Then after your last one, find a neutral spine. Step your left leg to the side and stand up so you're on your right knee and your left foot. Gate pose. Left hand on the left leg and reach your right arm over your ear. It's a side body stretch here on the right side of the body. Good. Switch. Left knee down. Right leg to the side. Right hand on the right leg and then reach that left arm over. Good. Back to your hands and knees, tabletop position. Thread the needle. Peel the right arm up. Thread it through. Put your head down. Walk that left hand forward. Maybe crawl it a little to the right. Start to open up your shoulder and your back. Walk it back in, tabletop, and switch sides. Peel the left arm up. Thread it through. Walk that right hand forward. Maybe crawl it a little to the left. Good. Back to tabletop. Now, opposite arm and leg. Right arm forward, left leg back, finding your balance. Exhale, bring your knee and elbow in to touch or as close as you can get them. Inhale to extend and reach. Good. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale to extend. One more time, knee to elbow. Then extend it out and hold here or reach around. Try to grab your foot and kick it back for a little back bend. Right hand to left foot. Good. Stretch it out. Place it down and switch sides. Left arm forward, right leg back. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale as you extend. One more time. Knee to elbow. And you can extend it out and hold it, or you can try to grab the foot on this side for that back bend. Good. Stretch it out. Place it down, and then we'll move into our first down dog. Plant your hands shoulder width. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips up, feet hips width. Walk it out. Bend one leg at a time. Maybe bend one elbow at a time. Any movements that feel good. Shrugging those shoulders away from the ears. Starting to press your chest back towards your thighs. Putting more weight towards the heels, even if they don't reach the floor yet. Inhale, come forward to a high plank on your hands and toes. Good. Exhale, lift your hips, push back, down dog. Inhale, forward, high plank. Exhale, down dog. One more time. Inhale, forward, high plank. Exhale, down dog. Walk your feet to the front. Ragdoll, feet hips width. Bend your knees, grab opposite elbows. Just let yourself hang here. Maybe shake your head, yes and no. Relaxing the neck. You can sway a little bit side to side or forward and back. Good. Release your hands down to the floor. Cross your right foot behind your left foot. So your left leg is crossed in front, and you can bend those knees as much as you need to. Hands can be on the floor or on the blocks. If your legs are straight, this feels good. You want a little more, try walking your hands to the left side of the mat. Good. Walk into center and then just switch the cross of the leg so that now the right foot's in front. Same options. You can fold forward. You can use blocks. You can walk it to the right side. Good. Walk into center. Uncross your feet. Bring your feet back to hips width. Bend your knees. Roll yourself up to stand. Let me just let someone else into the class. Now today, we're not going to do the traditional sun A, sun B. We're going to mix it up these last 2 weeks because I feel like you guys have got that down. But lift your arms up and take your right hand, grab your left wrist, pull it to the side, to the right, so you create a little side body stretch again on that left side. And then switch. Your left hand grabs your right wrist and pull it to the left. Good. Back to center. Interlace the fingers behind your lower back or use a strap here. Bend your knees just a little and then fold forward, keeping the hands interlaced. Release the hands down. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, step to plank. First one, bring the knees down. Modified chaturanga, hug your elbows in, slowly lower to the ground. Untuck your toes. Inhale, cobra pose, just a small back bend, lifting up part way, and then lowering down. Good. Push up to your knees, to your modified plank. Tuck your toes under, and come back to down dog. So as we move through these different variations of our sun salutations, just remember you can go back to that version on the knees. Look forward, you can step or you can add a little hop to the front, feet together. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. Press your palms together overhead and look at them. And then exhale, just swan dive right back down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step back to plank. Now this time from the toes or the knees. Chaturanga, lower halfway and hug your elbows in. Then flip over your feet. Inhale, up dog, or you can stay with your cobra. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Look forward, step or hop to the front. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Again, inhale, reverse swan dive up and just gaze up at your palms. Then exhale, swan dive right back down. Inhale, flat back. Now this time you can hop back to chaturanga or you can step back. Okay, so if you hop back, bend your arms right away, chaturanga. Or step back or do it on your knees. Inhale to up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. And just stay in down dog. Take a couple deep breaths. Lift your right leg up, open your hip, bend the leg. Maybe draw a couple circles with the ankle, maybe the whole leg. Just kind of move it around. Make a little space. Step your right foot between your hands, low lunge. Drop your left knee down. As many steps as you need to get that knee over the ankle. Hands on the thigh. Sink into this left hip flexor. Maybe lift your arms up, gazing up. You might press those palms together again, adding that little back bend. Lower your hands to the floor or blocks, half splits. Straighten your right leg, flex your right foot, and bring your nose towards your knee or your shin as you fold over that leg. Good. Rebend the leg, step back to plank, and then exhale, chaturanga, low push up from the toes or the knees. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Then we lift that left leg up, let the hip open up and bend the leg. So you create a nice stretch there. Again, you can draw a few circles with the ankle or maybe the whole leg, making a little space in your hip. And step your left foot forward between your hands. Drop your right knee down, low lunge. Hands on the thigh to start so you can make sure your knee is over ankle and you're sinking into this right hip flexor. If you want to add a little back bend, lift your arms up, gaze up, maybe press the palms together. hands down, half splits, straightening that left leg, flex the foot, and fold over your left leg. Rebend the legs. You can bring your hands to the mat, step back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga, lower halfway. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Now lift your right leg up with a straight leg and a square hip. Step your right foot between your hands, crescent lunge. So now you stay on the ball of the back foot, your heel is up, that back leg is straight and engaged. At any point, if you ever need to modify crescent lunge, and that back knee can go back to the floor. From here, open to warrior two. Pivot your back heel down, arms out like a T. Right heel lines up with the left arch. Big bend in that right leg. Inhale, reverse warrior, reach backwards. And then exhale, windmill your hands to the mat and step your way back. Any variation, chaturanga, low push up. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, back, down dog. Lift the left leg up, straight leg, square hip, and step it between your hands, starting in crescent lunge. On the ball of that right foot, hips square to the front, arms straight up to the ceiling. Open to warrior two by pivoting the back heel down on the ground, arms out like a T, gazing at that left hand. Inhale, reverse warrior, reach back. Exhale, windmill the hands to the front, step your way back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Look forward and you can either step or hop to Malasana, prayer squat. Turn your toes out, hands to heart center. You go as wide as you need to. You can sit on a block here if you want. Start to open up those hips a little more. Press the chest forward, lengthening your spine. Holding here or maybe adding the arms. Right hand to the floor, left arm up. Good, back to center, other side if you opened the arms, left hand down, right arm up. Good, back to center. Now bring your hands down and straighten your legs. Walk your feet in just to about hips width. Padagustasana, your peace fingers, your first two fingers hook onto your big toes. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Elbows out to the side, relax your head and neck. If you can't reach the toes, you can bend the knees to help you get closer to the toes. Now you can hang out here a little longer or maybe practice your Bakasana crow pose. Plant your hands shoulder width and walk the feet back. If you want to use that block, you can put your feet on the block. Sometimes that helps. Lift your heels up and put your knees on your triceps. Lean forward and look forward. Don't look back at your feet. You got to keep that gaze forward and shift the shoulders more forward. As you get more comfortable with it, you can work on straightening the arms a little more, so that you rely on the arms less and more on your core. You can also work on just holding it longer, right? Each time you might be able to get stronger and hold it for 1 second longer. Good, very nice. When you're done playing, we'll meet in a child's pose. Take a moment to reset there. Now, dolphin pose. So we come up to our forearms. Grab the outside of the triceps. Just check where your elbows are. Keep them there. And then extend the forearms so the palms are flat. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips up. Push the floor away. Maybe walk the feet a little bit closer to your elbows. And then walk them together in the middle. And you can hold it here or try lifting your right leg up. Square hip, straight leg, and hold. 5, 4. Keep pushing the floor away. 3, 2, 1. Switch legs, right leg down, left leg up. Keep holding. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Child's pose. Knees together, arms alongside you. Let your shoulders relax. Tabletop position. Puppy pose. Hips stay up and walking the hands forward, working on bringing your chin and chest towards the floor. If the chin doesn't reach, just put your forehead down instead. But think of melting your chest as close to the ground as you can. Walk your hands in, and then we'll meet back in our downward facing dog. Reset there. Lift the right leg up. Step forward, crescent lunge. Anjaneyasana on the ball of that back foot. We were here earlier. Find that high crescent lunge. This time we'll add on. Coming into airplane, Degasana. Sweep your arms back so the palms face the floor. Flex your left foot, active flying leg. Think a little bit of up dog in your chest. Just a slight back bend. Your heart is slightly higher than your hips. Good. Standing splits. Bring your hands down to the blocks or the floor and bring your nose closer to the right leg as you lift that left leg up higher, but without opening the hip. If you want to grab the ankle, right hand to the back of that right ankle. Good. Now lower your leg a little bit. Come up to the fingertips. Put a little bend in your right knee and see if you can come back up to airplane just for a breath. And take a big step back to crescent lunge. Reset your feet in your high crescent lunge. Open to warrior two, Virabhadrasana B. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, modified or extended side angle. Right elbow to the thigh or right hand to the floor block. Left arm can be directly up to the ceiling or you can reach it forward, bicep by your ear, palm facing down. And try to rotate open. Look under that armpit to the ceiling. Good, all the way back up, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, windmill your hands to the mat. Step back, chaturanga, low push-up. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Lift your left leg up, other side, step it forward, starting in your crescent lunge position. Anjaneyasana, high crescent lunge. Focus your gaze, airplane, Degasana, sweeping the arms back so your palms face down, floating that right leg up, flexing the foot and trying to keep your hips square and level. Again, slight up dog feeling to your chest here. Standing splits, hands all the way to the ground or to your blocks. Maybe left hand to the left ankle. Keep trying to lift that right leg as high as you can without opening the hip and working your nose closer to your left leg. Lower the leg a couple inches, come up to your fingertips. Put a little bend in that left leg to help you out and then come back to airplane. Step all the way back, crescent lunge. Adjust if you need to, right, to find that crescent lunge. Open to warrior two, Virabhadrasana B. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, modified or extended side angle. Left elbow to the thigh or left hand on the floor block. Right arm can stay straight up or you can reach it forward, creating that long line from the right hand to the right foot for extended side angle. Lift back up, warrior two. Inhale as you reverse. Exhale, windmill the hands to the front. Step back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Now from down dog, lift the right leg up and open the head, bend the leg like we did earlier in class. And you can hold here. You can just stay here, or if you want to flip your dog into a back bend, you take your right foot to the floor, pivot your left foot around so all 10 toes face the back, and you reach your right arm towards the front of the room. So you're either in that three-legged dog with open hip, or you're all the way in your flip dog. If you flipped, flip it back over to three-legged dog. Lizard pose, step your right foot outside that right hand. Drop your left knee down. And then get as low as you can, hands, elbows, blocks. Take a few moments here to stretch into that right hip. Press up to your hands. Turn your right foot out 45 degrees. Plant your left hand down and twist your right arm back. Now you can just hold here or grab that back foot and pull it in and stretch the quad. Good, let go and just go straight back to down dog this time. Reset in your down dog. And other side, lift the left leg up, open the hip, bend the leg, stay there, or flip your dog all the way over. Pivot all 10 toes to face the back, so your feet and legs look like wheel pose. That left arm is reaching forward, hips up. Good, flip it back around. If you flipped, three-legged dog. Step your left foot outside your left hand. We'll all meet in lizard pose. So dropping the back knee down, hands or elbows down on the inside of that foot, or maybe using some blocks if you have them. Now coming back up to the hands for the second variation, turning your left foot out 45 degrees. Right hand on the ground, twist your left arm back. Maybe grabbing that right foot with the left hand and pulling it in to stretch your quad. Good, let go, and we'll meet back in our downward facing dog. Reset there. Lift the right leg up, step it between your hands, crescent lunge position again, high crescent lunge, just for a breath. And then we'll open to warrior two. Pivot that back heel down. Good, inhale as you reverse. As you exhale, half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Walk your right hand 6 to 8 inches in front of the right baby toe. I highly recommend a block. As you lift that left hip, that left leg up, that left hip should stay open and peel the left arm up. And then you can look down, side, or up. Whenever you start to play with moving your gaze, that makes the balance harder though. Keep flexing that flying foot. You're aiming for the leg about parallel to the floor. So it's not a standing splits, but we do want to keep that hip open. Step back, warrior two. Straighten your right leg for triangle. Walk your left foot in 1 or 2 inches. Shift your hips back, reach forward. Trikonasana, right hand on the shin, ankle, or foot, or a block. Left arm straight up to the ceiling. Try to get long on both sides of your waist. If there was a wall behind you, you would want to be flat up against that wall. Good, lift back up and come all the way back to warrior two. Walk your foot out and rebend your front leg. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, windmill your hands to the mat. Chaturanga, low push up. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Lift your left leg up. Last time for crescent lunge. Step it forward. High crescent lunge to start. And then we open right up, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Left hand 6 to 8 inches in front of that left baby toe, usually off to the corner of your mat there, maybe on a block. Flex that right foot and open the hip. And then you can look down, side, or up to the ceiling. Bend your standing leg, step back to warrior two, reset. Straighten your front leg for triangle. Walk your right foot in just a little bit. Shift the hips, reach forward, and place your left hand anywhere on the leg or on the block. Right arm straight up to the ceiling. Lift back up and adjust your feet so you can come back to warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, windmill the hands down and step back. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Step to the front. Roll up to stand. Good. Face the long edge of your mat. Separate your feet. Prasarita Padottanasana. Interlace the fingers behind your back or use a strap. Open up your chest, keep the feet wide, fold forward, drop your head, relax your neck, get that stretch in the backs of the legs as well as your shoulders and your chest here. Releasing the clasp of your hands, walk your hands through your legs, right through the middle, fold a little deeper. Walk both hands to the left leg, grab your ankle or calf and pull your nose closer to the left leg. And walk it over to the right, pull your nose towards the right leg. Good, now as you bring it to center, you can come to your knees for frog and slide the knees apart and flex the feet. Or you can stay on your feet for standing straddle splits, Samokhanasana, sliding those feet as wide as they'll go and maybe coming down to those elbows. So you choose frog or straddle splits. Both of them are going to stretch the inner thighs. Press up to your hands. If you're on your knees, come back up to your feet. If you're on the toes, just carefully walk the feet in to about where we started. So meeting in that straddle forward fold, and just bend one knee at a time, move it side to side, shake it out. And then bend both knees, hands to hips, slowly come up. Good, now step to the front. So we're gonna work on flying pigeon today. It's an arm balance from our standing number 4. So that being said, you don't have to do the arm balance. You can just work on your standing number 4 balance and getting deeper into that if you want. I'm going to show you, I'll get a little closer so you can see. You can watch first if you want to see it. I know we've done it before, but practicing again. We come into our standing number 4, and you can just hold here, or the next step is working the hands to the floor. Now, if you're going to work on the arm balance, you've got to get the hands flat. So you might have to walk them a little further out than you think. And then you're going to put your shin across both arms, and my toes are like fingers. I want to flex my toes back so they help squeeze tight onto my triceps. Now I bend my arms to make that shelf, and I lean forward. And just like crow, I stick out my chin so they don't land on my face. I look forward, and then as I lean forward, I might get this left foot off the floor. This is the first step, just getting into the arm balance. Eventually, when you're comfortable with the arm balance, you might even extend your left leg up really high. The higher it goes, the easier it'll be. When it's down here low, it's heavier, it's harder. So from the front, I'm in my number 4. I'm doing my other side. I put my hands down, my toes grab tight on my tricep, and my shin is on both arms. And then I lean forward and bring my right heel up to my butt, or extend the leg. But you have to tip forward a little, just like crow. It should feel very similar to your crow. It's just your legs are in a different shape. So you can try that out if you want. Flying pigeon, Ekapada Galavasana. So the actual translation is named after a sage, right? We've seen that in our Sanskrit book, but it's commonly referred to as flying pigeon or sometimes cross-legged crow. If you're not doing the flying pigeon, still do the number 4 pose. Just balance for 5 breaths on one side, and then do your standing number 4 pose and balance for 5 breaths on the other side. If you have questions, you can unmute yourself and let me know. Good. A lot of you are getting the setup. The setup looks good. Then it's a matter of leaning forward, not just down. Remember, forward, reaching the face past the edge of the mat. Nice, Destiny. That was the right direction. Stick out your chin. Don't look at your feet. Look past the edge of your mat. Gaze forward. All right, this one is a combination of strength and flexibility, right? First, you have to have the flexibility in the hips to get the hands to the floor. Then the second part requires that core strength. If you haven't switched sides, make sure you switch sides. Even if you only get it on one side, it's important to balance it out and try both sides. When you've had enough, you can meet in child's pose, right? When you've had enough of the arm balance or the standing number 4, we'll eventually meet in child's pose. Good. You can do any version of child's pose if you like the knees wide or knees together, whatever feels good for you to reset there. When you're ready to move again, we'll meet in our down dog. So tuck your toes, lift your hips up, reset for a breath here in down dog. Step to the front, roll back up to stand, one vertebra at a time. Dancer pose, left arm up, right hand grabs your right foot or ankle. Not Chaturangasana dancer. Slowly lift that right leg up, finding that back bend, but also working on your balance at the same time. Good, release, and then switch sides. Right arm up, left hand to your left foot or ankle. Not Chaturangasana dancer pose. And release. Good. Feet together, hands to prayer position. Just take a deep breath, standing up nice and tall. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, last chaturanga, hop or step back. Chaturanga, low push up. Good. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Lift your right leg up for half pigeon. Bring your right knee forward behind that right wrist. Slide your left leg back as far as you can and square your hips to the front. If this is bothering your knee, lay on your back and do a lying down number 4, just like that standing number 4, but laying on your back. For those that have their hips on the floor and have no knee pain, if you want to move your shin forward, you can, or you can just keep it in close. If you do move it forward, make sure you flex the foot. That just helps keep it active. Hips are still square. We're never leaning to that one side. And then you fold forward. Now, if your hips are not on the floor, don't be moving your shin around, okay? Focus first on just getting the hips to the floor. If you have blocks, you can put blocks under the hips or under the forehead, or sometimes you can wedge like a blanket under there if that feels good. Yeah, so that way you can try to find a place where you can relax, but over time, as you relax the muscles, the hips will get more open. Walk your hands back in. If you did move your right shin forward, bring it back in, tuck it in close. Right hand on the floor, left hand is going to reach back for your left foot to pull it in, going for a quad stretch. It's a little different than the one you did in pigeon because now you're going left hand to left foot. Some of you might start to pivot the fingers forward. You get that shoulder stretch as well, or you're just pulling that foot in. Good. Let go, and then we'll reset in down dog. If you're on your back for that figure 4 stretch, make sure you switch sides. If you're doing pigeon, you'll lift the left leg up, bend that knee as you bring it forward. Slide your right leg as far back as you can, keeping the hips square. Right? Maybe folding forward here, maybe moving the shin a little bit forward, flexing the foot if you do move it, always keeping those hips square and the weight even between both hips. Again, maybe you wedge a block underneath that left hip or your forehead or any other props. One side might be different though, so just see how this side feels and then fold forward over that front leg. Walk your hands in. Bring that left foot back in if you moved it forward. Left hand on the floor to help you balance. Right hand grabs your right foot and pull your right foot in, and go for any variations you did on the other side. Repeat those here. Good. Let go. Come into down dog. Last down dog of the class. So check in. See how the backs of your legs feel. Maybe you can press those heels closer to the mat. Good. Step to the front and have a seat. And extend your legs out straight for seated forward fold. So flex the feet, lift the arms up, and then fold. Paschimottanasana. You can grab onto your legs, your feet. You can use your yoga strap. Maybe you can reach past your feet. Find a nice forward fold. Slowly come up. Now, today we're going to work on double pigeon. We did half or one leg pigeon, right, just a moment ago. If double pigeon doesn't work, sometimes it's just a lot on the knees. You can sit cross-legged, right shin in front of left, and fold forward. Or, if for double pigeon, your shins are trying to stack like this. One right on top of the other, parallel with the front edge of your mat. I just pivoted to face you guys. And then when you flex your feet, you should see that the feet are just barely hanging off of the thigh. So I don't want my feet over here on my thigh. My feet are off the thigh. So my ankle bone is like what's digging into the middle of the thigh. Both feet are flexed, again, parallel. It may be up here, that's okay, right? If your leg is up high, no worries. You can use one hand to maybe start to press it down. You could stay upright or you can fold. But if it bothers your knee or it's just not going across, go right shin in front of left and we'll switch it halfway. So wherever you're at, if you can, try to fold forward. So even if the legs are crossed and you walk your hands out and fold forward, you should still feel a stretch in the hips. You're trying to bring your forehead all the way to the ground or as close to it as you can, or maybe use a block, right? Same thing for that double pigeon. And the double pigeon should feel deeper, like a deeper stretch than your half pigeon did. Now walk the hands in and we'll switch legs. So if you had the right leg on top, put your left leg on top. If you were sitting cross-legged, put your left shin in front of the right, and then you fold forward, right? Just so you even out the hips, whichever side you're on, whether it was double pigeon or cross-legged. And this side might be different, right? If the knee's up high, you can gently push it down. Don't put too much pressure on it. You might not fold. If the knee's up very high, you might just stay more upright. Okay, but if the knee's down and you want to fold, if it feels good, you can fold part way or all the way. You can use blocks if you want. Either way, just make sure you feel the stretch in the hips, but no pain in the knee, right? If you feel pain in the knee, we need to adjust the position a little bit. Let's walk the hands in, wherever you're at, shake out those legs, and then we'll roll down onto your backs and hug your knees in. Give a little rock side to side, maybe draw a couple small circles on your lower back. Last pose, spinal twist. We'll keep our right knee hugging in and straighten your left leg on the floor. Open your right arm out like a T. Use your left hand to twist that right knee across your body and as close to the floor as you can. If it feels okay on the neck, turning your head looking to the right, maybe closing your eyes there. And bring it to center. Hug both knees into your chest. Neutralize the spine in between sides. Then keep that left knee in and extend the right leg long. Squeeze your left knee to your left shoulder. Open your left arm like a T. Use that right hand and twist that leg across, taking your spinal twist to the other side. Bring it back to center. Give both knees one more squeeze. Wrap your arms around your shins, curling up into a tight little ball. And then letting it go, coming into your Shavasana, your final relaxation. Extending the legs out long. Let the feet just fall open. Arms relax alongside you, palms facing up. Shrugging your shoulders away from your ears so your neck stays long. And as you close your eyes, clear away any last remaining thoughts. Take a nice deep inhale through your nose. Exhale all the air out the mouth, letting it go, letting your muscles relax deeper into the floor. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Start to bring some small movements back to your body. Maybe draw a few circles, moving the wrists and ankles in both directions. Maybe gently moving your head a little side to side. Anything that feels good to you. And then when you feel ready, reach the arms overhead, reach the legs long, create a nice full body stretch, getting as tall as you can. And hug your knees into your chest, keeping the eyes closed, just rolling over to one side, coming into a fetal position. Using the hands to help press you all the way up to seated, crossing the legs, sitting up nice and tall. Hands come together at heart center, Anjali Mudra. And take a couple last deep breaths, scanning your body, noticing how it feels after today's yoga practice. Let's take one more nice deep inhale through your nose. Exhale all the air out the mouth, letting it go. Lifting your hands to your forehead, your third eye center, and bowing forward. Namaste.